of the red corner is George, the Machine Britton.
Big age gap between them. As we said, sometimes it tells, sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't. And the taller of the two men is the younger of the two. Britton, the account manager in the red corner, and that's given us a slip, which, although the crowd from the back of the hall might think it's a knockdown, definite slip which our referee acknowledges. Can Britton make his height advantage count? Because at the moment, the Marmalizer Clarke has got inside and managed to get his work going. He closes the gap quickly and then works when he's in there. What Britton needs to do is just what he did there. Snake out that jab, keep his man at his range, keep him on the end of those long arms. Whereas for Clarke, he's got to decide when he goes in to go in fast and get his shots going, just like he did there. So both men jab at the same time. Clarke pushes forward quickly, and it's a good tactic. What he's doing is he's keeping Britton off balance, not letting him get his work off, not letting him use that height advantage. And as you saw there, they're big hooking punches. They're thrown from the waist, but when you're moving like that and off balance, they will land. And that's what he's managed to do at the moment, is keep Britton off balance. Now for me, if I was Britton, I'd stop moving so much, save energy, and just get that left hand pumping out and working. Especially, you don't need to move like that when Clarke isn't coming forward. But then you have to be reminded, this is only 10 weeks of training. These men are novices. This is their first time with this experience. So you've got to cut them some slack. That's better from Britton. Not only is he moving now, but he's throwing, and that left, as Clarke came forward, was perfectly timed. The combination of him throwing the left, Clarke coming forward, forces the 8 count. Just when he started to throw crisply, it worked for him, and that was a big shot. Clarke's taken it well, but Britton, that was a big shot right at the end of the round, which gives him the round now. So round 2, and that will have filled George Britton with confidence there. That clean shot at the end of the round, delivered with power. Now Matt Clarke really needs to come back strongly. He'll have got an 8 count. He'll be well behind on the judges' scorecards now. And he's doing what he did well in the first round, closing the gap, making it difficult for Britton, and mixing it up, messing him up. And there's another big right hand. This man carries power. Britton, when he unloads, has real power in those fists, and immediately another 8 count. Once he gets his balance, once he plants his feet, there's dynamite in those fists. Matt Clarke takes the shots again, but he won't want to take many more. He's got to keep his man close like he was before. As soon as Britton gets the range to throw his punches, Clarke is in all sorts of problems. So for Britton, it's a case of keeping it long, getting those big shots going. For Clarke, it's doing what he's doing now, closing the gap, trying to mess his man up, because when he doesn't, and the big right hand lands, Clarke's in all sorts of bother. So deep breath from Britton, but he's got his opponents to take 2 counts, 1 in each of the rounds, so job done overall. You now know that the Marmalizer needs a stoppage. Misses with that big right hand of his own. He needs one of those to land to give him that opportunity to get the stoppage. Britton doesn't need to mix it now. He's got 2 counts in his favour. You feel he's just looking for another opportunity to unload one of those big shots. It's a dangerous game to move and wait, because if one of those looping rights from Clarke does land, who knows how this fight might go. As it is, he's pushing forward. Britton very tired now, pushes out a jab, but Clarke still throwing the leather. It's the right tactic, but we've reached the end of 2 rounds. And Britton, although he's both rounds up, is almost exhausted as he goes back to his stool. Is there still a sting in the 3rd round here? So 3rd and final round, and how much has George the Machine Britton got left? He was very tired at the end of the 2nd, but he has got 2 counts in his favour. Now, can Matt the Marmalizer Clarke really put the pressure on here in the 3rd and try and get a count of his own, or even a stoppage? Oh, but there's the problem for him, the big punching power. Now, I thought that was a legitimate left hand. Obviously, Peter Markland, our referee, didn't. And Clarke pushing forward once again, and this time just tossed aside by Britton. Fatigue from both men. And Britton will be warned there about the pushing. So they're ready to go again. And Clarke really forcing the issue. All credit to him, really trying to get something out of this fight. He's had the right tactics, trying to close the gap, trying to rough his man up, trying to get on the inside. But the problem is, at various times in the fight when he's tried to do this, he's been caught by heavy, heavy punches that have forced the count. That is the only difference between the 2 men in this fight. Because once again, Britton is really, really tired now. And Clarke pushing forward, looking for that one punch that can change it in his favour. But the clock is ticking against him now, and Britton will have done enough with those heavy hands to secure victory. He hasn't managed the count here in the 3rd, and Clarke, to his credit, has tried and tried and tried, and you can see how tired Britton is now. But it's just too little too late for Clarke. That was a bit low, I felt, but that one in the face wasn't, and suddenly you get the feeling, could there be a real upset here? It's not for want of trying, and listen to the crowd respond to Clarke's efforts. Suddenly Britton is on his bike and turning and twisting away, and you just felt if one of these shots from Clarke was clean, he could rewrite this fight. It's not for lack of effort. What a 3rd round for the man in the blue corner, as Britton has got a job now to stay on his feet. He's managed it, he's won the fight, but he slumps for the ropes exhausted. All credit to the comeback from Clarke. It's not enough, but what a gutsy performance.
In the red corner, George the Machine Britton.